Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1980 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Baltimore Orioles and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for Baltimore is Steve Stone, whose record is 3-3 with a 5.44 ERA. And on the mound for the Tigers is Dan Schatzeder, who is 7-1 with a 3.94 ERA. So we're coming back from a day off. We took the first two games against the Twins, and then our bullpen let us down in these last two games of the four-game series. And so we find ourselves a half game back of the New York Yankees, and we're tied with the Orioles, who we are playing today. And so that poses a problem for us. If we lose 2 out of 3, we might find ourselves, falling from the race. So we need to win 2 of 3, or maybe even sweep the series. And so let's go ahead and get to today's game. As always, I want to say thank you to all that are following along. Freddie, who is a avid watcher of mine here, left a really nice comment on the Baseball Mogul Facebook page. So special thanks to Freddie for watching all the games and writing up that nice comment for me. And so we're looking at Dan Schatzeder here. All of our bullpen is ready. This will most likely be Dan Schatzeder's last start for us, as Wilcox will be back on the next rotation. So Schatzeder's filled in admirably. He's 7-1. He's 2-1 since becoming a starter. And what we'll probably do is we'll probably put Schatzeder in George Capizzello's role, move Capizzello to set up, and probably release John Hiller. So that's what I'm thinking about anyway. And here's our lineup versus Steve Stone. We have every single important player in this game, and probably for this full series, even if they're tired, we're going to go with this lineup to try to capitalize on the opportunity and maybe, get back into first, or at least put some distance between us and Baltimore. And so, as we've been doing the past few games, we're going to go ahead and do the rundown for the lineup. And we'll begin with Glenn Borgman playing catcher. And what I'm going to show you today is I'm going to show you their last 20 games. So this is the last 20 games that Glenn Borgman has played, just to kind of switch it up a bit. And batting second for Baltimore and playing center field is Al Bumbry. Batting third and playing first base, Hall of Famer Eddie Murray. Batting cleanup in the left field, Jeff Burrows. Batting fifth and DHing today is Gary Renicky. Batting sixth and at third base is Doug DeCinces. Batting seventh and in right field, Ken Singleton. Batting eighth and at second base is Phil Gardner. And batting ninth and playing short is Dave Concepcion. And as mentioned earlier, today Dan Schatzeder's on the mound, probably his last start for a while. Here's his last 20 games. As I mentioned, he made 4 starts for us. He's 2-1. And actually pretty good in all those, other than he did have that one slip up at home versus Cleveland. So let's go ahead and get this game started.
Play ball!
As Dan Schatzeder faces Glenn Borgman. And Glenn Borgman greets Schatzeder with a base hit to center. And so runner on first for Al Bumbry. Bumbry's batting .244 versus lefties. And he's going to ground it to Hebner. Will that be 2? Nope, they just get the lead runner. And Bumbry is safe at first. So 1 down for Eddie Murray, who's a .300 hitter versus lefties. And Bumbry's going to steal second base. So that is a stolen base against Lance Parrish and a 0-1 count against Eddie Murray. And Murray's going to hit a high fly ball into the left center field gap. And it's going to be caught by the left fielder Kemp for the second out. So 2 down for righty Jeff Burroughs. And Burroughs hits it high and deep into the left center field bleachers. And that's going to be a 2-run home run for Burroughs. That's his 8th on the year. And we find ourselves down early on. And that's going to bring up the number 5 hitter, Gary Renicky, who's going to get a base hit to left. So this is a primarily righty lineup against Schatzeder. I can see that they've got some of their backups in to get more righties and get some of that advantage as Doug DeCinces hits a 2-run home run in the left field. So we really needed a good start from Schatzeder, and we're finding ourselves 4 runs down. So number 7 hitter, Kenny Singleton's going to hit it into the gap, and I don't think Schatzeder's going to get out of the first. That's the 5th hit. And he's serving it up on a T form right now as Singleton gets a double. And I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but we're going to pull the outfield in just in case Phil Gardner gets a base hit. Maybe prevent that run from scoring. There's going to be another base hit to left field. And Singleton does score. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be it. So Schatzeder is probably the worst performance we've had from any pitcher this year. And we're going to bring in, I think we're going to bring in Roger Weaver. I think he's got a higher endurance than Hume. And yes, he does. So we're gonna bring in Weaver, and he's going to need to give us some innings today. So Weaver is going to be facing Dave Concepcion as his first batter with 2 outs here in the first, down 5 runs, and Concepcion grounds it to third, and that'll be the 3rd out. So the damage is done. As we're down 5-0, let's go ahead and take a look at the Tigers lineup, see if we can't get some of these runs back. Batting leadoff for Detroit today is Sweet Lou Whitaker, and there's his last 20 games. And batting second for Detroit and playing third base, Richie Hebner, batting .343 in his last 20 games. Batting third and in left field, Steve Kemp. Batting cleanup and catching today, Lance Parrish. Batting 5th and in right field, Gary Hancock. Batting 6th and in center field, Barry Bunnell. And batting 7th and DHing, Carlton Fisk. Batting .182 in his last 20 games. And batting 8th and at first base, Jason Thompson on an 8-game hitting streak. And batting 9th and at short, Alan Trammell. He's got his own 10-game hitting streak going. And on the mound for Baltimore is Steve Stone. I've mentioned this before in other Baltimore Steve Stone starts, but in 1980, the year we're playing, Steve Stone was the American League Cy Young Award winner. And so not doing so well in this simulation with a 3-3 and a 5.44 ERA. And we're going to need to chip away at this deficit as Lou Whitaker leads off. And Whitaker is going to hit a line drive to center field, and that will be the first out. So 1 down. Here's Richie Hebner, who's got 1 home run against Steve Stone this year. He's going to get a base hit to right. And no, we're not going to risk a double, getting thrown out at second. I'd like to risk a double, but not a risk worth taking. So 1 down, here's Steve Kemp. And Kemp hits a high fly ball to left field, and it falls short of the warning track. So that's going to be the second out of the inning. bringing up Lance Parrish, who has not had a home run in his last 20 games, but he gets a base hit to left. Hebner's going to advance to third on the base hit. And we've got first and third for Gary Hancock, batting .320 versus righties. And as you know, he's only got one hit versus lefties. Hancock flies out to center, and that'll be the third out. So we get a couple hits, but no runs. And we head to the top of the second, down 5-0. And they batted around it in the first, so Glenn Borgman leads off the second. And he's going to get his second hit in 2 innings with a base hit to right. And that's going to bring up the lefty Al Bumbry, who was one of the 3 outs in the first. He's going to hit a fly ball to right field. It's going to be caught by Hancock. And that's the first out. So 1 down, runner at first for Eddie Murray. Murray grounds it to Thompson. Will that be 2? It is 2. So a double play. We're out of the inning. And we head to the bottom of the second inning. Barry Bonnell leads off against Stone. He does have a home run against him as well. He grounds to first, and that'll be the first out of the inning. And here's Fisk, who is definitely in a huge slump. His batting average has dropped 20 points in the last 20 games as he lines out to right and continues his poor hitting. And it's going to be up to JT to get something going. And he's going to pop it up on the infield to third base. And that'll be the third out of the inning. So to the top of the third, Weaver humming along, 1.1 innings pitched so far at 13 pitches. He's going to face Jeff Burrows. Burrows is going to get a base hit down the left field line, and he holds it first. So all 3 innings of the leadoff hitter's got a base hit. And that's a trend we do not want to continue. As Renicky pops out to short, and that's going to be the first out. So it's going to bring up Doug DeCinces, who had a home run. That was his team-leading 15th home run in the first inning. And DeCinces is going to walk. So now we have runners at first and second. And the switch hitter Ken Singleton comes up. And he walks. So we're going to have to pull the infield in to try to prevent any more runs from being scored. And Gardner walks. So Weaver walks 3 batters in a row. And the bases are loaded as he walks a run in. And now we just need to hope for an infield double play. And instead, Concepcion's going to hit a blooper to the right center field gap. It's going to get down. 2 runs are scored, and we're down 8-0. This is about as bad as it can get. I don't think we've been whooped like this all season. As Borgman gets his 3rd hit in 3 innings, no run score on that. Everyone just advances a bag. And still only 1 out with Al Bumbry to the plate. Al Bumbry's going to ground it to Whitaker, and they only get the runner at second. So the 9th run scores, and 2 down for Eddie Murray. Weaver's up to 45 pitches now as Murray grounds it to Trammell. And mercifully, we're out of the third. So 9 runs on 10 hits for the Orioles. And we're only at the Tigers' half of the third. As Trammell gets his first at-bat of the game, he's going to walk. And we have a runner at first. I mean, normally I'd hit and run here, but I almost feel like we just got to play it out as Whitaker hits one deep into right center field. Hey, we get 2 runs on the board. I'm going to take a look real quick. Whitaker's got 4 home runs in his last 20 games. It's probably leading the team as we've gone through a little bit of a power outage. So we get 2 runs on the board. Hebner strikes out. And it's going to be 1 down for Kemp. who's 0 for 5 against Steve Stone. Kemp rips it on a line to right field, and that's going to be the second out. So 2 down for catcher Lance Parrish, big wheel. He's going to ground it to short. And that is going to be the third out. So we got a couple runs back. We're still 7 down. It's only the 4th inning. It's not over yet, right? So Weaver, he felt the sting of 4 runs in the last inning. He gets his first strikeout, and that's of Jeff Burrows. So 1 down for Gary Renicky. Renicky's going to ground it past Hebner at third, and he coasts into second with a double. So 1 down. Here's Doug DeCinces. And DeCinces is going to pop it up into short center field. Well, maybe a little farther than I thought, 314 feet. So 2 outs. Renicky does not advance on that fly out. And Weaver's at 58 pitches. We're going to go ahead and let him pitch to Singleton. Now he's officially tired, and that's his 4th walk. So, you know what? We're down 7. We're going to let him stay in the game. And Gardner's going to ground it to first base, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. So I was hoping that Weaver could get us to the 5th, but we're going to go ahead and take him out in the top of the 5th as Gary Hancock pops it up to the first baseman, and that's going to be the first out. So 1 down. Here's Barry Bonnell, and Bonnell is going to bloop it into left center field, and it will be caught by the left fielder Jeff Burrows. I thought that was going to fall in, but this is not our day for that type of luck. And Fisk lines out to center. So not the best outing for Weaver. It boosts his ERA up to 3.28. We're going to take him out, and I guess we're going to bring in Hume, who's had a couple bad outings in a row. Pull him up, take a look at. And there you go. Yeah, he didn't even get an out in his last appearance, and so yeah, he's had a couple bad outings. So hopefully he can turn it around. He's going to face his old teammate Dave Concepcion to lead it off here in the top of the 5th. And Concepcion's going to ground it to Trammell, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So 1 down. Here's Borgman, 3 for 3 in his first 3 at-bats, and he's going to line out to short. And we finally set him down. So 2 down for Al Bumbry. And Bumbry's going to hit it back up the middle for a base hit. That's the 12th hit as Eddie Murray comes to the plate with Bumbry at first. Bumbry had a stolen base earlier. I don't think he's going to try to steal up 7 runs. Eddie Murray strikes out, and that'll be the end of the top of the 5th. So we head to the bottom half of the inning with JT leading off. He's 0 for 2 with 2 walks against Stone. He's going to get a base hit to left as he hits it to the opposite field, and that's going to bring up Trammell. I mean, Trammell is hitting really well right now. He does have a hitting streak going on, so I guess we need to let him swing away. Oh, there you go. That'll extend the streak as he gets a home run to left field. And now we're down 5 runs with a 2-run jack by Trammell. And back to the top of the lineup. So middle infielders each have 2-run home runs today. And Whitaker greets Stone with a double into left center field gap. And we have a little bit of a rally going now. We're going to go ahead and let Hebner swing away. Why not? I was thinking about maybe having him pull it. But you know what? He's going to get a base hit to center field. Oh, Whitaker should have scored on that. But first and third for Kemp. And a 3-run home run will get us right back into the this game. So, but not so lucky with Kemp as he pops it up to second base. And that's going to be 2 out. So, what do I do here? I kind of want to, I mean, if I let Parrish swing away, he's probably going to hit into a double play. Nope, he's going to strike out. Oh, nope, he's going to pop it up. So it's going to be in foul ground. That'll be the second out. So we're going to blow this opportunity as Gary Hancock comes up. And he's going to ground it to short, and that'll be the end of the inning. So, oh man, that's a shame. We had a chance to get a couple more runs, and we blew it. So to the top of the sixth, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the in-game stats. There you go. So you can see just how bad the Orioles are crushing us. Eddie Murray, the only hitter for the Orioles that does not have a base hit. So Jeff Burrows is going to lead off. Tom Hume grounds it to second. And that'll be the first out. Bringing up Brainiac. Brainiac is going to pop it up on the infield to short. That'll be 2 down. And here's Doug DeCinces. Had that home run earlier in the game. He grounds it back to Hume. And we're out of the sixth. So other than the first and the third innings, where all the damage was done, we put up a bunch of goose eggs. And now we're going to the bottom of the sixth. Here's Barry Bonnell, 0 for 2 today. And make that 0 for 3 as he lines out to center. So 1 down, bringing up Fisk, who is just in a huge slump. He strikes out, but he's 0 for 3 today. And that's going to bring up JT. He's going to walk, so we get a runner on. And Trammell's got another opportunity for a 2-run home run. And Trammell walks. So that's going to be all for Steve Stone. Is they're going to bring in Nate Snell. Nate Snell, he's got a 1.71 ERA. 5 walks, 10 strikeouts. Pretty good. A couple of saves thrown in there. And Snell was originally a Detroit Tiger draft pick. So I thought I'd throw that in there. I've mentioned it before. I'm surprised they didn't bring in a lefty to face the row of lefties coming up, but maybe they don't have anyone available. And Whitaker's going to fly out to right. So we're going to take Tom Hume out. Pitched 2 innings. Only 19 pitches. But we don't need to blow through our whole bullpen today. We're just going to try to get Tobik in there for a couple innings. See how he does. And so Tobik is going to face Ken Singleton. He's 1 for 1, a couple of walks today. Singleton grounds it to third. That's going to be the first out. Here's Phil Gardner. We mentioned Gardner in the last game against the Twins. He hit the line drive that starter pitcher Andy Rincon had his arm fractured. And basically all but ended his career. And so Gardner pops it up to second base, and that's going to be the second out. So 2 down for Dave Concepcion. He's going to hit a little blooper over Whitaker's head. It's going to fall in, and Concepcion has his second hit of the game. And here's the guy that's doing all the damage today, Glenn Borgman. 3 for 4. And there we go, down the right field line. That's going to be a hit. Concepcion stops at third. And Borgman's 4 for 5. Wow. I'm not going to bring in a lefty for Bunbury. We got 2 outs. If Tobik can't get 1 lefty out, then that's on him. As Hebner grounds it to third, and that's the third out of the inning. So we sneak out of that one. Still haven't given up a run in the last 4 innings, So we're grateful for that, I suppose. Hebner's going to ground out to short. That's 1 down for Steve Kemp. Kemp's going to pop it up. And it's going to go to the right fielder. That's going to be the second out. So 2 down. Here's Lance Parrish. Parrish is going to hit a lazy fly ball to right. And that'll be the third and final out of the inning as we head to the top of the eighth, where Eddie Murray is the only Baltimore player without a hit. So here he faces Dave Tobick. He strikes out. So he's 0 for 5 today with 2 Ks. And Jeff Burrows, with 1 down, pops it up over the bag. And that'll be caught by Trammell for 2 outs. So 2 down for Gary Renicky. He's 2 for 4. He's going to ground it to Whitaker. And that'll be the 3rd out. So, bottom of the 8th, 9 to 4. Orioles still have a sizable lead. Hancock hits it to the opposite field. It's on a line, and it's going to be caught by the left fielder for 1 out. So 1 down for Barry Bonnell. And Barry Bonnell hits a long fly ball into left field. And that'll be our 3rd home run of the game. Unfortunately, that doesn't do us a lot of good. That's, what is that? The 12th home run, team-leading 12th home run for Bonnell. And you know what? We're going to pull Fisk for a pinch hitter. We're going to bring in Champ Summers. Yeah, Fisk is just doing so poorly. We're going to give him probably tomorrow's game off. I know I said in the pregame that we'd go with our lineups, but Fisk is just crushing our bottom 3rd. So we have 2 down. Here's JT as Summers pops out to 3rd. And Thompson's going to ground out to short. So we're going to go to the top of the 9th. And Tobick pitched his 2. And I guess we're going to let Aurelio Lopez get some work in, down 4 runs in the 9th. Facing Doug DeCinces. Whoa, that ball was so far outside, but DeCinces swings anyway. And that's going to be the 1st out. And that was outside on the other side of the plate, as Singleton swings and strikes out as well. So 2 down for Garner, and Garner takes the 3rd strike looking. So Lopez strikes out the side. Doesn't mean a whole lot when you're down 4 runs, but we'll take it. Yeah, it's a small victory, I suppose. Wow, Trammell greets Nate Snell with a double down the line. Oh, he legs it out for a triple. So, runner at 3rd. Nobody out for Lou Whitaker. Lou's going to ground it to short. That should score Trammell. It does. So we're down 3 runs. 1 out. And we have Richie Hebner, who's 0 for 3 against Snell this year, but batting .309 overall against righties. He's going to ground it to 1st for the 2nd out. And we are down to our final batter. Kemp is 0 for 4 today. And he is going to rip it into the right center field gap. And he's going to be safe at 2nd with a double. So it's our 10th hit today. Our batting is not our problem. It is definitely our pitching. And so Parrish gets an opportunity here to drive in a run, but he's going to walk instead. And so it's going to bring up Hancock with 2 down. He is technically the tying run. He's 0 for 4 today. Oh, they bring in Tippy Martinez, who looks like Tino Martinez, but it's actually Tippy. So it's lefty on lefty, and Gary Hancock is 0-42. So we're going to go to the bench. Add a little drama here. A little drama. You know what? Let's see. Man. Peters is 357 versus lefties, but we're going to go with Tom Brookins, who does have home run power. He has been clutch this year. And maybe, just maybe, he's got one more little bit of magic. Here we go, folks. Oh, wild pitch. So a wild pitch will move up Kemp and Parrish. Will they intentionally walk Brookins to get to Bunnell? Probably not. So 1-0 count for Brookins. 2-2 now. And he's going to ground it to short. And that's a 3-game losing streak for our Tigers as we fall 9-6 to Baltimore. We got down early. We could not fight our way back. The game is simulating. And let's take a look and see if there's any trade offers. Right now, I would trade all of our starting pitchers for a bag of balls. Okay, so no trade offers. We're going to take a look at the transactions. Oh, look at this. Jim Nettles retires, age 33. What's the deal there? I don't know. That's Craig Nettles' brother. So, yeah, that's the lesser Nettles. And Keith Drumright of the last place Chicago Cubs has a 24-game hitting streak that just ended. So, good for him. Let's pull up the box score. We'll get out of here. Thanks again, everyone, for following along. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. We do have 2 baseball card breaks this weekend. 1 baseball card, 1 football card. And we still have the contest going on for the 1985 Topps Rack Pack. So you can get in on that. As always, I'll put a little link in the comments. There's the box score. Schatzeder takes the second loss. He's going to be out of the rotation. Steve Stone gets the win, 4-3 with a save by Tippy Martinez. And that's it today from Tiger Stadium. Everyone have a great night.